This Saratoga project has come such a long way. After sitting for 2 years, we finally got the engine back and we were ready to install it until we found some more problems. The engine likely has to come out and we're gonna lose 2 weeks, 3 weeks. After a little more downtime, we finally got the parts that we needed and we got the issue fixed. But that meant we lost money and we lost a lot of time on the project. Finally got the studs that we needed to get. Yes! It's in. And then we were back on our way to getting this plane running once again. There's so much stuff, but our pile, it's getting smaller for sure.
Getting way smaller.
Everything's new, everything's nice. I think by the end of the day tomorrow, this thing could actually start, but we'll see. So we thought we were pretty much ready and that we could just pull this thing out and fire it up. But then I remembered we have all kinds of safety practices and protocols that we have to follow because I didn't want to make a mistake in this engine. It could have cost us so much money and we have to follow the rules that we set. We could make a small mistake by hurrying that could cost us $80,000. Now it's finally time to button this thing up, get everything finished so this old airplane can be started once again.
3 green?
3 green. Man, look at that freaking prop. Everything is buttoned up. I think we're good to go. Clear prop. Yeah, she's off the ground. All right, guess I'll hop in and we can swing the gear and rock and roll. Man, every time I walk in here, this panel is so freaking nice.
Flip the master on and off. Make
All
sure
right.
nothing blows up.
On, off.
So you're putting the down lock switch on?
Nope. Yeah, I'm putting the down lock switch on. These things are all twisted up. Switch the master switch on. Be ready to flip it off if I holler. All right, flip it off. Is there emergency release?
All right, I got the emergency release here.
All right, pull on it.
Pulling on it. Ugh, I cannot pull on it.
All right,
there
that's
we go.
good.
It's a push.
Hey, don't make this easy to get to when you're trying to do it.
So what are you guys about to measure?
The switch actuation point.
Yeah, so basically it has micro switches for the down and the up, and there's literally like a measurement you need in between them when it's in both positions.
Okay, so this basically here is the down lock. So once the gear comes down, that's locking it. Goes over this pin here, keeps the gear from going up. So what we need to set is this switch, which it has to go past that pin and then activate the switch. Here.
Yeah.
This is like in the worst position.
Oh yeah.
Jump in there and pick it up again. Okay.
Powered on.
All right, hit the release.
Here comes the release. Clear.
Clear. All right. Now that should be set right. Okay, Jason, turn the master off. Push the pump breaker back in.
Pump breaker's in.
Go ahead, pick it up.
Coming up. Come down.
Pick it up again.
Coming up.
Let the emergency drop.
Down.
3 green.
3 green.
All right.
All done?
Yeah.
Nice. What's your thoughts?
It's a pain in the
just to get those clearances just right.
Yeah, well, the up lock, you can't see it to adjust
So
it.
you got to adjust it, push it up, adjust it, push it up.
And you're trying to see where it is behind the bracket there, behind the arm of the gear.
Hydration is so important, especially during the summer. I mean, it's hot in this hangar, and if I'm honest, it's really tough staying hydrated because the hangar's water, it tastes terrible. It's awful. I don't want to drink it. Did you know that the average drinking bottle of water contains 240,000 nano and microplastic particles, and it costs the average family upwards of $1,350 a year? Did you also know that 1.1 million Americans get sick every year from germs in tap water, just like what's coming out of this fountain? 70 million Americans have PFAs, which are forever chemicals, in their water, and 105,000 Americans develop cancer in their lifetime. That's also not to mention that it can lead to things like cancer, heart attacks, child growth development problems, brain development problems, sex hormone problems, and even obesity. Lucky for you guys, that's where today's video sponsor, Cove Pure, comes into play. Cove Pure purifies your water using a powerful 4-stage filtration process. The first line of defense traps things like rust, sand, and other large particles. The second stage ensures that your water tastes fresh, cleaning out chemicals like VOCs, pesticides, chlorine, microplastics, which is crazy, and they affect the taste and odor of your water. The third stage is reverse osmosis, the gold standard in water purity. Powered by Cove Pure's clear wave technology, thousands of harmful contaminants like lead, arsenic, forever chemicals, and pharmaceutical drugs are removed. Like, how is that in our water? That's terrible. And the last filtration stage is the alkaline stage. This returns beneficial minerals like calcium and magnesium to your water, and it increases the water's pH to 7.5 to 8, which ensures balanced, healthy water for your body. Cove Pure isn't just a water purifier. At the touch of a button, Cove Pure can heat your water to any temperature. No more waiting for a kettle to warm up if you just want a nice cup of tea. It can even measure and dispense the exact amount of water that you want just by clicking one of these buttons. Something else that I really appreciate about the Cove Pure is its convenience. It's installation free, virtually no maintenance, and it only takes 2 seconds to change out the filter. It also makes more pure water than other machines, and it has a real-time water quality monitoring system in it, so you know what you're getting. Cove Pure is also third-party lab tested. That's good. Certified to remove up to 99.9% of harmful contaminants. Makes some good water. I just checked the water quality here at the airport, and I'm gonna be honest, I'm never gonna drink the water straight out of the tap again. We're gonna run it through the Cove Pure because we want that level of filtration. All the tests are off the charts and so negative. It's crazy. So start living a healthier life and go to covepure.com/rebuildrescue and get $200 off. That's a lot of money off for this awesome machine. Now that I got my pure water, it's time to get back to the video. We got airplanes to fix. Well, nice, so gear's good, everything's linked up, everything's tied back.
Yeah, we could clean it, run the gear gun on it, or grease gun on it.
Okay, before we take the jacks off?
Yeah.
Okay, so we'll grease everything up that needs greased.
When was the last time we cleaned the bearings? Last year?
Yeah, last time we did it.
Yeah, I'll check them.
Look at that. Looks like we did them pretty darn good.
Got a flat spot.
Yeah, from sitting for so long. All right, so we pull the wheels off, grease the bearings.
Yeah, grease the gear.
And grease the gear. This airplane sat for 2 years. Grease does get waxy, it does get clumpy, and you never know what was going on when you weren't looking at your airplane. So it's part of the annual, you gotta do it.
Oh, they are metallics. Oh, that one's fucked up. I'd put a settle on it.
What's wrong with that one? There's something,
Look at the pad.
oh, yeah. It's got a chip in it.
They're old and decrepit.
Old and decrepit.
Like me.
Yeah, like both of us.
Here's your wheels, sir.
Got it.
While Greg finished up greasing the gear and the wheel bearings, I got into finishing the scat tubing and finally buttoning everything else up. All right, got these tubes on. Man, look at that friggin' prop. Yeah, brand new. Here, baby, this is... they were gonna do the boots on it, de-ice, and they said at the time they couldn't do it, but I think they can now for some reason. But it'll get done on the airplane some other time. Scimitar, 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 scimitar. All right, all we gotta do is torque that sucker down. That's it. All right, so we got that torqued. Now I gotta do like one of my favorite things. And if you guys have ever done safety wire on a prop, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about, especially one of these that has these little tiny holes in here to get the wire down through, get it up around, and then hopefully you get it all right, because otherwise you're gonna do it all over again. So good practice for me. Can't wait to get this thing done. All right, so we got that torqued. It's all safety wired. Now we got to get the spinner on it. Nice and tight. All right, so everything is buttoned up. I think we're good to go. We topped off the turbo oil line with a little bit of oil to make sure that's lubricated. That's brand new, never ran. The engine was broken in over at the overhaul shop, at least ran for a few hours, but we want to make every precaution possible. So we get the plugs out. I'm going to spin this thing over and make sure it gets some oil pressure. Then we're gonna fire it up. All right. Master's on. So we got our fuel here. We have our oil right here, so that's what we gotta watch for. Get everything off here. Fuel's off. Clear prop. There she comes, starting to come up. Just give it a rest here. Clear prop. Perfect. All right, so we got oil pressure in there. All right, she's coming right up. 19, 25, 29, 36. She's got plenty of oil pressure. She's good to go. I did notice the nose gear light was blinking a little bit as the engine was turning over, so likely the that switch needs adjusted yet, but there's still a couple things that we're going to do yet as far as annual. Greg went over like 90% of it, but he still has about 10% to do, and rigging all that stuff is next. So I think everything looks good. I'm just going to hop out of here, throw the plugs in it. We'll pull it outside, fire it up. All right, so everything should be ready to go. I'm just gonna fire this thing up. I'm not gonna run it much because I don't wanna glaze the cylinders. We just wanna check for leaks and stuff like that. So we're gonna run it for a little bit. After that, shut it down, get it back in the hangar, go over it. So then it'll be ready to fly for like the first time in 2 years. So it's powered up, master's on. Go on left tank here. All right, they've got fuel pressure. We'll leave the fuel pump off. All right, let's fire this thing up. Mag's hot, clear prop. It fired right up, like literally half a turn. And it shut down. Try this again. Clear prop. All right, we got good oil pressure, not much fuel pressure. The gauge might be off there, I gotta check that. All right, she fired up. I don't want to run her up very much. Everything looks good. There's a couple of the gauges here that I think we need to check the connections on, but otherwise, this thing's going to be good to go. I can't wait to fly this thing. It is going to cook. All right, so the Saratoga, it started up. I got to check for some leaks, do all that stuff, and then it goes back in the hangar. We're going to do a couple more things to it, and then it can go on its first flight. And then, unfortunately, I'm going to have to put this thing up for sale. You guys want, maybe one of you guys will want it. It's a really good airplane. I'm going to miss a lot, but that's what we do here. Guys, if you haven't checked out some of our partners, McFarland, Hartzell, QAA, AWI Welding, those guys are awesome. They made this project possible, and they make so many other ones possible too. And if you haven't entered the Rescue Foundation's raffle right over here, you gotta get entered for that. Enter to win. That airplane is right now, it's getting its custom panel. It is going to be amazing. Don't miss your chance to get a ticket. Thank you so much for being here. Take care.